Hello, welcome to a recap of 2023 for Thomas Quain. Yes, I know it's 2024 already, but I haven't had a chance to do a video until now because I've been busy. So just bear with me and let me take you on a journey through the last 12 months of my life. So, the main thing that I always had to achieve this year was just to do another block of that shoot on the feature film. And I did that. I did that in the last week of August and the first week of September last year, and it went really well. We shot some great footage that I'm really pleased with, and it has cut really well into the film, and it has really brought the film up to a much higher level. And yeah, I'm happy with it. You know, it could always been better, but the goal is just to get better and better and better. That's always what the goal is. It almost killed me financially, and I have to find a better way of doing that. But I have another idea for a project for 2024 that I've briefly covered before, and I will go into more of later in the vlog, and hopefully that'll help me financially this year. Some of you keen-eyed viewers may have noticed that we changed the name of the film from A Season in Hell to Gardener's Planet, and I might even change it again, tweak it a little bit more to Gardener's Planet with an exclamation mark. And why did we do this, do you ask? You're like, Thomas, you had a cool film title, why did you change it? Yeah, it was a pretty cool name, but it really had nothing to do. As the film evolved, the name just had less and less relevance to what the film eventually became. The way I make films is I have a script and very organized. I've script, you've seen the script, you've seen storyboards, and we have a plan, but it's always fluid. We're always discovering new things when we're going down filming. I mean, things will change anyway, especially when you're on a lower budget project, which is what this obviously is. So things will change anyway. So it's much better to embrace those changes rather than try and go against them. And you'll always get a much better result if you just go with the natural change rather than try and force yourself to go against it, I find. And as we went with those changes and as things changed, some of those changes were forced upon us, and some of those changes were just very natural to the project. And the project now has moved from kind of a splatter horror movie into a kind of a science fiction comedy. And I know this sounds crazy. It sounds like the project is out of control. It's not. The project is in control. The project is 100% in control, but it's just as we're discovering exactly what the project is, we need to ensure that the name reflects that. And that's going to be very important for when we eventually go into marketing. The name has to reflect what the project is. If you call your film A Season in Hell, the season was good. It kind of connected to the gardening aspect of the film, but the hell didn't really. So Gardener's Planet with the exclamation mark, which hopefully I'll update the Photoshop file. Maybe today, maybe for this vlog I'll be able to update it. So the other big project I was doing last year was a project called Spark Learning. This was created kind of almost as a response to a Gardener's Planet being very much a stop-start project. So I'm very passionate about creating things, and I think it's very essential for my well-being to be doing that kind of thing. And so while Gardener's Planet was kind of in between Block 1 and Block 2, and now between Block 2 and Block 3, and I was waiting for more money to come in, and I was waiting to, buy more hard drives, and I was waiting to pay people off. It would be very easy to get down about the arts and say, screw this, I hate the arts. And I do hate the arts, but I also love the arts. But while I was in between those sections, I kind of had the idea to this educational YouTube series for kids. And it's completely different, which I think is really healthy. It's completely different in tone and in audience to Gardener's Planet. It's for very young kids, almost like toddlers, and it's something that I'm really excited about. So far I've made 6 episodes, I'm 5 and I've just started the 6th. So the first episodes are on birds. The second episode is on animals in the backyard. The third episode is on the alphabet. The fourth episode is on space. The fifth episode is on opposite words. And I've just started the sixth episode, which will be undersea learning sea animals. And I was talking earlier about how uh, I need to try and make more money and generate more money from the arts. And possibly there is some money in this. There's massive audience for YouTube educational kids content, and some of them are really bad, to be honest with you. And I have animation skills. Obviously, I've done Poxy Bleeding Shop, so I'm hoping to take those skills and make a really good series. And I've made 5 episodes, like I say, and they are really pretty good quality. And I'm really excited to put them out there. I remember when I was doing Poxy Bleeding Shop in 2018 for season 1 and 2020 and 2021 for season 2. I had to animate all the movements. I had to animate the mouth shapes, the A's, the E's, the Z's, the S's, the T's, the O's with the tongue up there. And I got really good at that. I learned all those shapes using Adobe Animate. But what I've been using for Spark Learning is Adobe Character Animate. And that's been great. That's been amazing. You can see the way it follows my head here, and that's reflected in the character. All I have to do is just press this, and then it syncs up the audio file with the mouth movements, and that's really incredible. And then half the work is done. So that's been really cool. So I'm hoping to share that in probably April, I think, and just put out maybe 10 episodes would be amazing. Maybe 8 is probably more feasible between now and the end of March, but maybe 10. We'll see. You kind of want to do even numbers. Odd numbers you just feel would be unlucky, superstitious or something. And I grew up on The Den, and me and my sister has always made stuff with puppets and stuff. So I love kids content, and I'm really enjoying doing that. I didn't really do enough Blender this year. I did very, very few. I wish I would have done more, but just time got away from me. I've had to just work a lot of jobs and just pay a lot of people off and just work some jobs that I'm not in love with. But I really think, I think I've set myself up well for 2024 to give myself a lot more time to do more creative stuff like Blender. And the plan is to buy a new computer in probably sometime in March, because really I think I've taken my Blender skills as far as I can until I'm able to, because at the moment I'm exporting everything with Eevee, and if you know anything about Blender, that's kind of the lower quality export engine, but it's the best quality export engine that my computer currently has. So I want to export with cycles, and so even the little bit of animation that I've done in terms of the cans of Coke, the donuts, the bowling ball, if you've seen any of that stuff, the bottles and chair floating around, even that would be of a higher quality with the new export engine. And it's very disincentivizing to do more animation when I feel I'm kind of stuck on this limited export engine. So I will do more Blender 100%. What I substituted for in 2023 was more of the motion graphics work and developing the website. And in order to develop my website, I had to look honestly at what was missing from that. And that was video work and motion graphics. So I shot a lot of video work. I shot a cool thing in Cove. I shot a cool thing for Supermax. And some other stuff as well. And I really upped my After Effects skills as well. And you can see some of the stuff that I did here. The website has gone through a lot of iterations, so I think I'm really pleased. It looks really clean and really professional, and everything that's on it is good. There's nothing that's missing on it. The only thing that needs to be on it now is better examples of what's already on it, Before there was stuff missing, now there's nothing really missing. I just need better examples of everything. So I thought it might be fun to just look at some of the films that I watched over the course of the year and just look at films that I really loved. So here we go. So the very first film I watched randomly in January 2023 was Game Night. Have people seen that movie? I love that movie. That was a great movie. I only gave it 3 stars it actually probably deserves 4 stars. You know, Shiva Baby, I watched that. That was amazing, great movie. I watched just some random films. I watched Bergman Island. I rewatched Tony Erdmann. That's a great movie. The Vast of Night. If people haven't seen that, don't sleep on that movie. That's a good movie. Grey Gardens. Always 5 stars. My favourite film of the year that was a new film was Infinity Pool, the Mia Goth movie. And that was an incredible movie. I need to rewatch that. Volver, Pedro Almodovar and Penelope Cruz from 2006. One of my favourite movies. It is one of my favourite movies. I need to start including it as one of my favourite movies. Great movie. And Godzilla Minus One. That was also a great movie. Wow. And the very last film I watched in 2023 was About Schmidt. Jack Nicholson from 2002. I just seen the hold. I was looking forward to going to see the Holdovers, obviously by Alexander Payne as well. And I was just thinking a lot about Jack Nicholson recently. You know, I read that great book on Chinatown. I was just thinking, God, you really miss Jack Nicholson from the cinematic landscape. And the Holdovers was a great movie as well. Okay, that's it. Thank you for watching this vlog, this video, whatever it is. And keep in touch. I am going to do more content this year. That's my other goal for 2024. We can do a whole other video on goals. My goal is just to finish this film, Gardener's Planet. I will finish it one of these days, but I'm going to finish it this year. Do more YouTube content in terms of making of, behind the scenes. And also launch Spark Learning in April and do way more Blender. So that's it, and thank you for watching.